Well, that came out a little bit better than last time. Howdy. Monday night, me, Moose, behind me. Moose. Hey, Moose. Say hello. Hello. Everywhere I go. Like Velcro. How you doing? How's your week been? I figured, let's do something on Monday nights because Monday nights just suck. There's nothing going on. And I figure we'll spend about 10, 15 minutes. We'll go through some of the stuff that we post here on the Back in the Day group. Look at that, huh? I mean, really getting fluid with this stuff, right? So in the group, we've got the WBMX group, got the Back in the Day group. Also, for those of you who like 90s alternative, I want to jump off a bridge or a curb and end it all music, got Q101 as well. You don't need an app for it. You just go to the website, Q101, or you can download the app. Google and Apple will follow you everywhere, but Q101 won't, but they will. And you can listen to Q101 live online as well. All you got to do is use your phone, your tablet, boom, and you get all this really cool stuff. Here, watch this. This is really cool. Look at all the things popping up on the screen. Couldn't do this stuff 10 years ago. So you hit the play, bam, you got a little Goldfinger playing there here in your bedroom. Yeah, great time. Worst shit in the world. But lots of people enjoy it. It's my personal taste. I would rather have my balls dragged through shards of glass than listen to it, but you enjoy it. If you like classic, most people who know me knew that I was pure disco and R&B. I despised rock and roll. I always did because when I was a kid, I knew I could find it anywhere, so it wasn't anything special. But trying to find the blues or R&B, that was a challenge back in the day. So if you like classic R&B, we got the Beat Chicago too. And of course, no app required. 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s R&B. And you get them old school mixes, on the beat. And then there's Digital Savior Chicago. Yes, a lot of people say, is it my company? Yes, it is my company. And we're not doing boxing events anymore, so we have all the equipment to transfer video, audio, cassettes, tapes, everything. So we do it all. We'll transfer it all. You call 815-556-2685. A human picks up the phone. We pick up. We deliver. We don't charge. And if we like you and we know you, maybe we'll break some bread. We'll do a little Mr. Taco, some Freddy's or something before the job, and we'll get it back to you within a week or so. So there. All right. Let's get to the Back in the Day music and movies thing here. If you want to join in, I should see you here somewhere in the comments. You can't see my screens, but I can see what's going on here. So earlier today, one of the who didn't have the Farrah? If you were a guide, you didn't have the Farrah Fawcett poster in your room. Chances are probably because your parents knew why you had it in the room, so you didn't have it. But I had a friend of mine when it had to be Nadia Comaneci, so it was the Olympic '76, right? He had Farrah Fawcett on the wall in front of him. And then behind him, he had a picture of the poster of Nadia Comaneci. So I guess he was, depending on which way he was laying in bed, like I said, I didn't have one, but I know a lot of people. There was a very popular poster. And there was a time when those original posters, when I remember before eBay came along and stuff, that Farrah Fawcett poster was worth a lot of dough. Just like a lot of them Playboy magazines, because eBay, gotta see if that's a site. eBay wasn't around, so a lot of those old Playboy magazines and anything that was from way in the past, there wasn't a marketplace to readily find those, so they had tremendous value back in the day. And then once eBay came along, well, everybody dug them up out of their basements, and a lot of those values nosedived. Now, I never had red galoshes, but I remember them. And I got to say, probably grammar school for those things. And honestly, you see right here on the screen, I mean, look at this. Did you know anybody that dressed like that? I mean, did you dress like that back? I don't remember ever wearing it. When you look back at the 70s, everybody was dressed like a lumberjack. They were like the ugliest colors on the face of the earth. Orange, brown. Look at this thing. Like Rodney said, you get that, you probably get a free bowl of soup. And Motouche Rosé. Yeah, we were breaking out the good stuff earlier. Here, let me show you real quick. We were breaking out the good stuff. Where'd it go? Now, those of you who remember the fire alarm, their champagne was cold duck, and it was $25 a bottle back then. And I know there it is. That's the good stuff right there. Andre Cold Duck, the pink champagne, the cold duck, yeah, $25 a bottle in what, 84. Quick Mix Mike shared a little Heckle and Jekyll this week. You know what? Honestly, I don't remember watching that at all. Good post here for those of you who like the Me TV kind of stuff. And don't forget, on the beatchicago.com's website, on the website, you get a ton of old movies, TV shows, classic movies. They're all on demand, and there's no app required. You just click the TV shows or classic movies or old school mixes on the Beat Chicago's website. All that stuff's on demand there. The Brickyard Mall. Yeah. How many times did I cut school out of Steinmetz and go hide there? Whew. Good times. Well, let's move right past the hooker. Now, this was a little rough here. I mean, the question was, did you give Hickeys or did you get them? And my 8th grade picture, God, I hope my 8th grade teacher doesn't see this, because we talk to each other occasionally on Facebook. But my 8th grade picture, I had a rope chain of Hickeys, and my mother beat my ass only for about an hour and a half when she saw it, because the pictures were the next day, and she had to put makeup all around there, and I had like a powder blue shirt, and the whole top of the shirt in the 8th grade picture was covered in makeup. Nasty. But evidently there's a lot of equal opportunity participant. Oh, you tramp. The Wonder Years, January 31st. Great. And now they're talking about bringing the Wonder Years back. You know what the problem is in Hollywood? There's no imagination left over there. There really isn't. I mean, there's little to none left. They dig up the same shit over and over again and just puke it out. And then they attach some social distress to the show, and then turn it into something where everybody can get involved on social networking, and more people are watching and watching the comments on social networking than are going to watch the show. There's really not a lot of originality left in Hollywood. There's not. But I am happy to say that today I got a residual check, so thank you. I'm thrilled. But that was for Chicago Fire and Chicago Fire. Jojo Collins, Chicago guy. Jojo, where you at? I think he's down in Kansas working TV now. Little Hypnotic Tango, huh? Yeah, you club goers, you house heads, yeah, you remember that. A lot of good posts in the group, including, oh my God, look at that.
And I told two friends about it, and they told two friends, and so on, and so on, and so on. And believe me, there's still nothing like the original Fabergé Organic. It gives you super shine, super body, and super fresh hair. Try it, and you'll tell your friends about it, and they'll tell their friends, and so on, and so on. Be sure you get the original.
My God, Heather Locklear. Was it TJ Hooker time back then, right? Yeah, TJ Hooker. Jeez. Hey, Mark, what's up, Mark? Scott, trust me, it was enough for me to go on vacation to maybe Antioch, depending if the gas prices stay where they're at. And that was it. That's what it was. Mark, let me see if I can. How do I do this? I'm still figuring this out. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there. Oh, yeah. Hi, John. Yeah, I see you there in my group. Yeah, buddy. How are you? Anyone else watching? I'm gonna bring people on with me. I just wanted to I'm still getting the feel of the setup down here, and I like to just dive headfirst into shit and just be like a bull in a china cabinet until there's nothing left to break, and then everything will work smoothly. We're going to be, the Back in the Day group is on multiple platforms, and really you got to diversify your platforms, man. You really do, because they're selling you. You have no idea the shit. I mean, I've been in this business. I've been in the internet business since 95. All right, and the shit they're doing and selling and getting away with. You got to diversify yourself on these platforms, man. You really do. And find other platforms We're on obviously Facebook, Twitch. Twitch. Don't forget, Twitch is owned. You may not know, Twitch is owned by Amazon. So, and a lot of what's happening is a lot of the DJs who are getting kicked off of Facebook for streaming on Facebook, playing records in their house, like I'm talking to you in my house. A lot of DJs, when they got thrown out, they went over to Twitch. Well, Twitch is owned by Amazon, so Amazon's doing the same thing to people with Twitch that Facebook did to people 15 years ago. And they said, "Yeah, come on by, come on, everybody post." And meet your friends, and your friends will be able to see what you're doing. Now, 1% of your friends see your post, but you can boost your post and pay them for more of your friends who already said they want to see you. You can pay for more of them to see you. So it's a crock of shit. There's so much shit going on behind the scenes with a lot of these social networks. You really got to get yourself diversified. Find the one that makes sense for you, and don't bare your soul on the social networks. I'm telling you from the experience, it's not good. MySpace, have you gone to MySpace? You say MySpace. I wanted to buy MySpace, but deals fell through. MySpace is still around, and you can't figure out what to do with it. I'm lucky I was able to figure out how to log into the piece of shit. Okay. There's Gab, which is a nightmare. You got to remember, MySpace was great. The problem was they weren't technologically ready to do what they were offering the users. So Facebook comes along. Facebook was real light on the back end. It was easy to log in. MySpace took you forever to log in because they were letting everybody do way too much stuff. So Facebook come along at the right time and just basically stole the thunder out of MySpace. But Gab is running into that same problem, which is another social network. There's MeWe. There's a lot of them, and believe me, a lot of your friends are probably on them too. It's just good to diversify them. We're on all of them, and for your DJ and a lot of the DJs too. If you want to see DJs live sets without them being interrupted, use Mixcloud. If you're online, go to Mixcloud, because there's a lot of live video DJs. Mixcloud is licensed to do what they're doing, whereas Amazon, owning Twitch, they've sucked everybody in to play video games, and these people who are streaming live think they're getting away with streaming live their DJ sets, and eventually Amazon's going to come in and slap them. But they will say thank you for helping build up our users, so they can take all of that data and sell all of that data elsewhere. So if you want to see DJs live streaming, go to Mixcloud. And Hear This is another platform that a lot of people use. Less strenuousness than Mixcloud. You can listen to a mix more than 3 times on Hear This, because the licensing rules and regs are different from where they are based out of. Mixcloud, I think, is the UK. There's a lot of really cool stuff out there, and there's a lot of really cool stuff that we're going to be able to bring you and talk to you about as I bring people into the show more and more as we. Every Monday, I'm going to do this. We'll do this every Monday. And, you want to be on the show. As soon as I figure out how to get the code right, hey, look at that. Finally got somebody. Can we get you in here? Add to the stream. Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's happening?
Hang on. Bobby Hitz. Look at that. I think I can figure this out, Bob. Yeah.
I can figure it out. You could figure it out.
How you doing? We got Bobby Hitz in the house. What's going on, Bob?
Nothing. I'm actually just watching one of my old-time favorite great movies, Semi-Tough.
What are you watching?
Semi-Tough. Burt Reynolds, Chris Christopherson.
Yeah. No Sharky's Machine?
I'm watching that. I just got done cooking. I did my prep cooking for the week. I made sweet peppers, green, red, yellow, onions, mushrooms. I made a whole big thing of that.
Where's my invite? Where's my invite for this?
I made cubed diced sweet potatoes with cinnamon, and I bake those.
Nice.
So I'll have those for the week. And then what I'll do is I'll take my cauliflower rice and I'll put my pepper and onion mixture on that with a little avocado and some salsa, and I'm in business.
That's you just went dark.
Why?
I don't know.
I'm getting my light off the TV.
Wait a minute. Are you sitting in the living room in the dark again?
Yeah.
Dude, you're way too weird for me. Okay, what do you got? A Farrah Fawcett poster sitting up on the top of the ceiling too? Way too friggin' weird. Put some lights on.
No, I don't like lights.
Oh my God, you freak! Oh,
darkness is your friend.
Hey Bob, you know what? Let's talk about, for people who want to talk about that Donny and Danny fight at the China Club.
What would you like to know, Sal?
Okay. How'd you wind up getting there? How'd you wind up getting to be the coach? What happened?
There was a comedian friend of mine, Mike Young. I don't know if you know who Mike Young is. He's been on Showtime. He's out of Detroit. Well, I knew him as a kid out of Detroit. So he somehow from the East Bank Club got hooked up with Donny. So they called me to help them, and I helped them. So that's how I got with Donny.
Did you actually? Did you have to train him? I mean, did you mind training him?
Yeah, I used to. Take
really? What did he do? Lift up cans of peas? What did he do to train?
No. I had him in the ring boxing. I was teaching him how to box, how to throw a jab, throw a cross, right cross. I really just taught him jab, right hand, left hook. I just taught him 3 simple punches because I knew that fight would just turn into a brawl, and I just said just come down the middle, and that's what he's gonna do. No sense in trying to throw all kinds of crazy combinations because it was going to be a quick, aggressive type fight. So I just taught him the basics. Mm-hmm. And I got to tell you, he was a really quick study. He grasped it pretty easy. He's an athlete, that kid. And that probably comes from fighting those 47 Osmond brothers for dinner every night. I don't know.
Well, yeah, because they had like a small tribe.
Yeah. So very cool guy. I gave him a bloody nose once sparring, and Corey McFerrin was there. He was the sportscaster at the time. And he says, well, you gave Donny a bloody nose. So listen, I've been laying for Donny Osmond since 4th grade. My 4th grade girlfriend, Maria Lopez, had a crush on him, and she wouldn't go to the dance with me because she was all in love with Donny Osmond. So I had to pay this guy back one day, and it's just strange how life works out. I finally got a chance to get him back, I said.
Hey, did they really go at it with each other, or was it bullshit?
Oh no, it was 110% for real.
Yeah.
And then Donny, I thought Donny won the fight. Donny did well, but I then became Danny's trainer because, customary in the business, as you know, you send a representative from someone's locker room to watch the other guy tape and rap and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So I go in there to check what they're doing with him, and his big balloon head trainer, this beat off, says, what is he doing in there? Get him out of there. I said, hey, creep, why don't you get me out of here? I said, there'll be another fight on the show. It'll be I'll knock you out right here. I said, well, you know me, I was very diplomatic in how I spoke to him. And Donny's Danny goes, I love this guy. He goes, I want to talk to you after this. He goes, I love you. He goes like that. And that's how it happened.
And so I'm the angriest guy in the world, but you're a nice guy, right?
Well, the guy was disrespectful. I'm not going to stand for that.
Well, now you know how I feel when somebody's disrespectful, and I want to impale them.
No, you get mad if they burn your toast. Okay, you get mad if if there's something healthy on your plate. There's no reason to get mad, Sal.
Yes, there is. I wouldn't do that to them.
All right,
let me remind you, you're still the only guy who, because some guy said something, you picked them up and you put them up on a pole when we were at a bar and we were supposed to be behaving, and you were a bad boy that night after the fight.
It's funny. So prior to the event, Jonathan Brandmeier, the famous Johnny B, comes up to me, hey, Bobby, how are you? How you doing? How's it going? He goes, do me a favor. He goes, teach Piranha Man how to fight. Just work with Piranha Man a little bit. Piranha Man was his right-hand guy. On the show, his little sidekick, and he was fighting Dan.
Where'd you go? Look at that. You fell off. Bobby Hitz coming back. Speaking of Johnny B, you know what? Let's do this. Bobby Hitz, we'll get him back. He'll pop in again. That's what happens when he sits in the dark. And honest to God, he really does. I go to his house, right? And it'll be like, it's complete darkness, and he's sitting there with like this 85-inch TV on, and no lights on in the whole house at night. It's just a little weird to me, but to him it's normal. And he tells everybody I'm the angriest guy he's ever met. Trust me, I'm a nice guy compared to him sometimes. Let's see here. I got to show you this. You're going to love this. Because we were talking about the Donny Osmond and Danny Bonaduce fight. He was Donny's coach back then. And that was at the China Club in January of 94. Right? Yeah, 94. So I'm pulling something up here on the screen. Eventually it'll pop up. Yeah, Jonathan, let's see. We're all crazy. And if they took that off too, my God, you can't have any fun anymore on the internet. Hang on. Danny, remember the name of the band? Huh? Danny and the Leisure Suits. Yeah. Memory's still working. All right, where is it? We're all crazy in Chicago. Leisure. There was actually, it wasn't a video, there was a whole concert. And you know what? I think we have it on the Beach Chicago too, if I remember correctly. We did a couple tributes to some great radio personalities here in Chicago back in the day. And it was Doug Banks, late Doug Banks was just an amazing soul. What a great guy Doug was. Larry Lujack, who I had the opportunity to stream at 103.5's Beat in Chicago when we were streaming his show way back then. Here, check this out. Come on, check this out. Yeah, this will be even better. If I remember, I think we did this. Yeah, okay, fire. Here we go. Yeah, I said, I wrote the story. You'd think I'd remember these things. All right, so this was the concert that they obviously took off. There was a concert. So I'm not losing my mind. And YouTube pulled it for whatever reason. It had been up there. It's the strange thing about, I think it's Audio Sheriff. I forgot what the system YouTube uses. They'll be, you'll go to YouTube and you'll see 50 videos that are all the same song. And then 2 months later, half of them be off. The other half are still there. And their system just doesn't work right yet. It still doesn't work right. And that video was up for at least 10 years. That is now missing on there. And Bobby's back, right? Bobby, you back? About time. All right, let's get Bobby
What
back.
happened?
I don't know, but it's you.
What happened?
It was you. What happened?
It wasn't me, bro.
Okay,
Dude.
bro. So
Right,
let's go back. We were talking about Johnny B. God, we were talking about Jonathan Brammer.
Says, hey, teach Piranha Man that he was fighting Haji, who was Danny's sidekick. Okay, so walk out with I go Piranha Man. I go to Johnny. I said, Johnny, how long until he fights? He goes 10 minutes. I go 10 minutes. So he never had lifted his hands up in his life, Piranha Man. So I said, let me see you run around in a circle. And he did that. I go, okay, just do that. You'll be fine. I told him like that. We take him out there. He's running around. He's laying it on him. And then in the back room, in comes the ring card girls, or what I thought were girls from the Baton. And I got to tell you, it was like, oh my God. Yeah, it was it was Frank's Beans, the whole 9 yards, you know what I mean? And but it was a fun event. The ring card girls did a tremendous job. They had it was like people were going crazy for them, you know what I mean? And they just posted a picture of that, and one of my childhood friends was like, wow, look at that ring card girl, he goes. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll get you her number, I told him.
Hey, did they fought for charity, right?
Which is okay, cool.
What did they fight for? Was it for charity?
Yeah, the money was donated somewhere. Yeah, they sold like 4,000 seats in like 40 seconds or something.
Wow.
It was crazy.
Well,
Leon
you know,
Spinks
remember
was
that
there,
time.
Jack Brickhouse, Ben Bentley. No, it was Jack Brickhouse. No, I don't know if he was there. I think he was.
Mm-hmm.
Or was he dead by then? I don't even know. Hey, Ben Bentley. It was a great event. It was great.
But, you know, the China Club,
it was fun.
they never finished remodeling it. Remember, the place still had drywall with plaster on it. When you walked in, they didn't finish painting it. They were still, you know, and what did it last? About 2 years, right?
That was the look, though. That was the look of the China Club. Because China Club
No.
was hot out in L.A. It was a hot club.
No. What I'm saying is when Tony Vittori was running and Hitman Wilson were in there when they were doing the DJ stuff, I had walked in there and I looked and I said, are they ever going to finish this joint? Because when you walked into the China Club, you could still see the drywall that had the plaster and the spackle on the walls. They had never painted that up at the front.
That was the look.
That
was the look.
Well, no wonder why the joint lasted 4 hours.
You're not cold. No, you're not cold.
I'm not hip.
That was the look.
I'm not hip.
I mean, stop.
Let me ask you something. Farrah Fawcett, Cheryl Teagues, which one was your favorite on Charlie's Angels? Do you hear me?
I mean, naturally fair. Yeah, naturally. I liked all three of them.
Yeah, but you can only keep one in your head. You can only have one in your head before you go to bed tonight.
Farrah Fawcett.
All right. At least you're honest.
Yeah. That became my love affair with Blonde. But like Ginger or Marianne, I always liked Ginger. She was flashy. But Marianne was really she was the hidden gem.
Yeah, I never liked Ginger.
Betty or Wilma.
Oh, Wilma was Betty, too annoying. Oh no. No. Yeah. No, Betty all the way.
Yeah.
What about the Jetsons? What about
Mother Plumtree? Mother Plumtree, or Aunt Bee? Which one?
How about Petticoat Junction? Billy Joe, Bobby Joe, Billy Sue, whatever. I think you throw a dart on that one.
Yeah, load them all up on the train.
Yeah, did you know there was a movie? There was an actor. Yeah. I'll tell you what. You know what I'm going to do when I'm done? I'm going to upload the Petticoat Junction movie because I never knew there was one. I detested Petticoat Junction when I was a kid because it was like, that was my bedtime show. It was like, oh, got to go to bed. I'm like, where are you going to bed? The sun's up at 7 o'clock. Go to bed.
Well, it's funny because I was watching Green Acres the other day, and in one of the episodes, Uncle Joe was in the episode. So that spawned Petticoat Junction. As I was watching Andy Griffith's show, and it was the episode where he was taking Gomer to join the Marines. And that spawned the Gomer Pyle show. You know what I mean?
Oh, Jim,
did you ever know that?
Yeah. I watch it. We have it on the beat. So we put a bunch of pilot episodes up there, like Mannix.
Wait, this show though. Oh, I watched Mannix the other day, but this Green Acres episode was the best. There was this runaway kid who ended up at their house at the Douglas's house. Mm-hmm. So he's in the kitchen. They're like, "Little boy, where from?" And he wouldn't say. Also, he's looking around the room and he sees a can of peppers. It was like Chuck Peppers or something. I don't know. So he says the name backwards. Oh, my name is Charles Pepper. He said like that. Charles Pepper. Okay. He goes, where you from? Oh, my parent, whatever. He made some story, right? So the police were coming there. So he leaves there and goes to the Ziffels house. He's telling the Ziffels that he's, Oliver Douglas Jr. He's telling me he's a junior. And so he's lying to them. All of a sudden they call over there. He goes by Mr. Drucker. He's telling him he's one of the Ziffel kids. He was Arnold's brother. He's telling him, and his kid. I never saw this episode ever. It was the funniest episode ever with this kid.
Did you watch? Well, you watched Mannix, right? You watched Mannix,
Love
right?
Mannix. I love his car.
And
Absolutely.
Well, he had a bunch of Mannix had a ton of different cars in the show. It wasn't just the Barracuda. He had the Camaros. Through the seasons, they kept changing cars. But here's something I didn't realize until I did that feature for the show: is that the first season, he was actually working for a company. Mike Connors was working for a company that used computers to help solve crimes. And the show was produced by Lucy. After the ratings were terrible on the show after the first season, so Lucille Ball said, "Look, nobody knows what this shit is. Get rid of the computers. Focus on him. He's the star. Fix the show." In the second season, he was no longer working for that company. He was working for himself, and there was no more computers. Because when you watch the first season, it's all the computers. These computers in an office. He's against Big Brother. He puts a jacket up on. They got a camera in his jacket. And he's got a camera in his office, and his boss has always got his eye on him. So they changed that whole show. They changed the whole Mannix show after that first season. And you can watch it on the beat. You don't use your TV.
Who's on with us right now?
That's me and you. Yeah, it's me and you, and we're getting ready to wrap it up.
That's it.
That's it for now. Yeah, until I get the right now we're getting the feel of it. You're still locking up a little bit.
Sal, you don't come and disrupt Bobby Hitz like that. Have no people.
But I'll call you after we're done here. All right. I'll give you a call.
I'm
goodbye.
out of here.
All right. Goodbye.
Peace, love,
Oh, you are so
soul.
hip. Dude, you are hip. All right, so we're going to do it every Monday night. We will jump on here every Monday, 8 o'clock. And eventually, people that are watching the show will be able to bring you into the show. Hey, Moose, say goodbye. That's Moose. That's my boy. Say goodbye. I say goodbye? No? Okay. Talk to you next Monday. Don't worry. It'll be on demand. You'll be able to check the show out on demand on Rumble, YouTube, Twitch, Mixcloud, Facebook, Gab, MeWe, whatever else there is. There's a bunch of them. All right. Thanks for joining us.